everybody. This is Peter B, and welcome to another episode of Tobacco Card Tuesday. First one we're looking at is this very beautiful T206 Piedmont 150 of Hans Lobert. I was actually watching this on eBay for a while. It was a buy it now, and I thought it was a little bit overpriced, but I was watching it. And last week, he or the person who owned it changed it from a buy it now to an auction, and I was able to pick this up, still lower price than the buy it now price I thought it was reasonable for it. But I was so excited to get this. This is a beautiful card. Obviously, the iPhone doesn't do it justice as if it was in person, but it is beautiful. It is a very good 3 with a mark. Now on the back, there is pencil writing. Elias or something like that. Maybe that was the name of the original owner. But other than that, it's a beautiful card, and that doesn't bother me at all. Not at all. The front is absolutely gorgeous. The colors, the sharpness of the image, beautiful. So I'm glad he did turn it, or she turned it into an auction, and I was able to pick it up below the buy it price now, but about what it really should be worth. So, Hans Lobert had a 14-year Major League career. He started with a cup of coffee, playing 5 games for the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1903. Now, in 1903, they had this shortstop on a team called Hans Wagner, and Lobert played third base. So they nicknamed him Hans also, or Hans 2. They go with the honest, or Hans 1 Wagner. And he kept that nickname all through his playing years. He only played 5 games, and then 1904 he was sent down to the minors. He was picked up by the Cubs in mid-1905. After the season, he was traded to the Reds and was with them through 1910. And that's when this tobacco card came out, 1909. It's a Piedmont 150. So that's why they show him in this nice Cincinnati Reds uniform. In 1911, he went to the Phillies, and in 1915, the Giants, finishing his career after the 1917 season. He compiled 1,252 hits, 32 home runs, 481 RBIs, 316 stolen bases, and a .274 batting average. And like I said, he played all the infield positions, second, short, and third, but he was primarily a third baseman. Now, Lobert was known as one of the fastest players in the game during the time. He once raced a racehorse around the bases between innings of a game. This event is recounted in the book, The Glory of Their Times. On September 27th, 1908, he became the first Reds player to steal second, then steal third, and then steal home, all in the same inning. In 1913, Lobert beat Jim Thorpe at the Polo Grounds in the 100-yard dash. So he really was a speedster. After his playing days, he became a coach for John McGraw, and then later a manager for a few teams. So that's Hans Lobert. All these tobacco cards are new pickups. I got this one last week, and like I said, I was really excited to get it. I really liked this card when it was on eBay, and I'm glad I'm finally able to obtain it. Great card for my collection. Now I'm going to show you a batch of 1925 Turf cigarettes from the Alexander, I'm going to butcher this name, Bogolavsky factory. And this is from the oh, it doesn't say where it's from, but they did a sports series. And that's the back of this one. So Alexander Boguslavsky Limited, issued in Turf cigarettes in London. I picked up 4. The first one is cricket. Now this is my second cricket card in my collection. The first one, George at Concrete Buddy sent me one, because in a video I mentioned I didn't have a cricket card, so he just determined I should, and he sent me a real good cricket player. So this is my second cricket card. I like the looks of it. Waiting for the pitch, I guess it's called. Nice card, nice background, nice colors on this card as well. So from 1925. These next 3, same series. And this is long tennis. I don't know if that's Wimbledon he's playing on, but something sure like it. A lot of crowd behind him on the green grass. And the third one I got is motor racing. This is pretty neat, a 1920, mid-1920s racing car. And the back of this. And then finally, Yachting. And that's the back of that. I picked these 4 up at a flea market, and I thought that would be wonderful in my collection. Now the last card I just got in the mail 15 minutes ago. I was waiting for it before I recorded this video. I bought it on eBay, and it actually came all the way from Portugal. It's an American card, but the buyer was in Portugal. It's an 1887 Kimball's Champion of Games, and this is William Beach, an oarsman. Now, they were the Allen and Ginter champion set, and I have many of those. I have all the baseball players and a few other ones. And then there was the Goodwin champions in Orlando at Collector's Dream has that series, and you've seen those lovely cards from him. But there was a lesser known set of champion cards same time, and that's the Kimball. And the thing about Kimball, they had the player portrait, then below it a scene from the sport. And I think these are nice cards. The backs, just like the other 2, are checklists. You can see this one was kept in a scrapbook, but that does not bother me, because that's the important side right here. And I don't want to use the word rare, but in my experience, they're less to be found than the Allen and Ginter and the Goodwin champions. And these are also as pretty. And like I said, it started out in the U.S. Over the 100+ years, it ended up in Portugal. And it came back home to be in my collection back in the U.S. So that's an 1887 Kimball Champions of Games, showing William Beach, oarsman. Champion oarsman of the world. And I actually have Beach in the Allen Ginter series, as well as the Goodwin Champions. He was in all three, and I actually own all three. This was the third of his little run. So that's it. Very excited to get these. Very excited to show you. I hope you enjoyed watching and maybe picked up a little info about Mr. Hans Lobert, how he ran against a racehorse in between innings of a baseball game as a stunt, as well as he raced Jim Thorpe in a 100-yard dash and beat him. Well, everyone, have a nice rest of the day, Tuesday, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.